So you're reading the press?
Yeah.
Do you think it's important, the press in music?
Yeah, I like magazines that are about music and rock and roll. That's great. You can read about other bands and read about
What do you like
hard
to
rock.
Yeah. What do you like to read about bands, other bands?
Where they go, play, what kind of, see what they, what kind of stage they were. It's always interesting to see what other bands use. Maybe you can get ideas. It's just interesting to see what sort of friends, what do you call them, not friends?
Colleagues. What
Colleagues.
colleagues are doing, what they're up to.
Don't you think that sometimes journalists don't talk enough about music?
That's exactly what we talked to him about before. No, it should be both, of course. It could be some funny stuff too, but after a while, we've done so much for promotion since we've become, more famous. So sometimes it's not so fun, so much fun. But it's always, you can always talk about music if you're a musician.
Yeah. Because you're a player, you've got your own music, but you're also the people that listen about music. And I'd like to know a bit about your taste of today.
Taste of today?
Yeah.
The taste of today's music?
Yeah.
Is that what you meant? What kind of bands we like?
For example.
Well, okay, there's kind of a new thing coming up. It's bands that have a mixture of people in the bands, like Dan Reed.
Yeah, Dan Reed Network.
That's good stuff. And then we have
Living Color.
That's a color band. Color. I think that's going to be a thing in the future.
Yeah, the fusion.
Funky rock. I think it's kind of, I don't know.
It's a fusion between soul and hard rock, I suppose. Heavy metal.
It's kind of interesting, but still, it's the golden age of hard rock and roll right now. I mean, Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, Scorpions, all those bands are,
Do you care when there is some bands like that make originals music, or even music like house music, when next you play a record? Do you care about others' music, or you stay always on your style?
Yeah, I mean, we're not a trend band or anything. We don't like that stuff. So I'm not much of a house music or disco or pop fan at all. I believe in hard rock. I believe in rock and roll can be played live. I don't believe so much in bands that cannot play live. They're just the studio.
The studio product. Yeah.
It's good in a way. That's what they want to do. So let them do it. That's fine. But my personal point of view is that
the main thing with this, what we're doing is the tours and the contact with the audience, the live thing. That's what we're doing this.
So that's right. You're beginning now the European tour.
Exactly.
It is your second real big European tour.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to go back to the same place and see the bands that come again. That's great, I think. Sometimes I ask the audience, were you here the last time? Yeah, and it's like, wow, it's great. You still believe in us. That's great. And we're going to give you a hell of a show.
Definitely. But you never fear too much, because the success of Final Countdown was very, very huge, and this time you're gonna have to prove again on stage that you can really follow this wonderful tour.
Mm-hmm.
You're really ready and positive about it, or sometimes you fear,
No, it's a challenge. I mean, this is what we do best, and maybe it's better in a way when we have a really broad album with 12 good songs instead of one really massive hit. We can show the audience that we can be a rock and roll band. That's what we are.
Yeah.
Final Countdown made us in the media look like a kind of a pop band, which is not the fact.
It's not right,
No, it's always been a hard rock band, and this is what we're going to prove on this tour.
Yeah, so we're out
Be
playing
there,
some
be
rock.
square.
Yes, Out of This World is really a total album, with color, and each song seems to have a style on its own, but the general idea is more evident, obvious than maybe Final Countdown, where there were a few tracks.
Yeah, I think the song Final Countdown is a specific case. You can't write a song like that only once in a lifetime, and it doesn't stand out, and it's a crossover. And it's good and bad to follow that up. You know, it's hard to follow it up because people expect the same thing again. But in our case, we don't care about that. We just write what we feel, and I hope that the fans will stick with us. And like he said, we got enough. It was kind of a pop thing when Fat Camp came. That was not what we wanted, but we accept all the fans anyway. It doesn't matter. It's just great if you can come and see us.
But you would like to convince a pop fan to become rock fans, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Rock and roll for everybody. It's just great. I remember when I was a kid, we went to see, like tonight we're going to play Ice Stadium in Stockholm. I went there to see Tempest, and just to get away from everything, get away from home. Just went out and rocked out, do what I wanted to do. I think it's for everybody to go out and get a few aggressions out. Scream.
It's after one of these shows that you decided, instead of being a bit apart from the normal rock road, you know, normal countries for rock and roll, just to try and form a band and maybe be international. Or
I suppose it helped. I mean, you know, when you went to see your favorite band on Ice Stadium, it gave you ideas and dreams and
dreams.
So of course that was the plan all the time.
We used to form a band, and it was more fun to play with the band than do the homework. So you went with the friends, and you played and you played and you played and you played some schools. And eventually you started to become good together. And we've been lucky. We've been a very fortunate band. We're very grateful for what's happened to us.
can you sum up a bit the big lux of your career?
Well, the band was formed in 1980, and I think the important things in the whole thing is 1982 we won a big rock contest to record the first album, and it was released in Sweden and in Japan, and it was popular, very popular. And then we started touring a lot in Sweden. In 1984 we did Wings of Tomorrow, which CBS heard in America, so they signed us after that one. And we continued touring, and then we did the Final Count in 1986. And that's when it kind of took off.
International.
The international, and we did the first world tour. And now we're here with Out of This World and on the second world tour. And we're having a good time.
Do you think that your style of music and your image also have the same impact everywhere you go? Because there's certain different cultures and in the world.
Yeah, it might.
It's hard to tell. I mean, it's different from country to country. The audience is different, you know. And of course, the commercial success you have goes with that as well. But
Some countries they're a bit younger, you know, maybe some more girls. Some countries they're a bit more heavy, more guys. I think the mixture is good.
But generally, we have a wild time everywhere we go, actually.
Yeah. It seems like it's a little more rock fans coming now after Out of This World, and that's great. We love that.
It's more of a mixed audience now, more like
More rock fans coming back to rock out. That's great.
we like it.
Did you ever think of moving to another country? Because people might think it's a bit limited over here to create, really.
We don't live in Sweden.
We moved out already.
We moved out already, about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
to the British West Indies.
We have
So that's our base now. I mean, we're kind of gypsies. We don't spend much time there or here.
We travel all the time, and we play wherever we can play.
Since the European tour in '86, we've been more or less traveling all the time. What was it, 87? 87?
What was that?
The European tour, the last one.
It was probably 87.
Yeah,
The beginning of 87. Did I say it? Say it.
The beginning of '87 started, and since then we've been traveling more or less all the time.
Well,
Spent a couple of months in the Bahamas running songs.
86. It's a bit confusing, isn't it? No, we did 86. We recorded Final Countdown, and after that, you started touring with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
87. Since 87.
Tell me a bit about the recording of the band. It's the opposite country from here.
Yeah, we don't work so much there. We
I
don't
wrote
work.
some songs there for the new album, but
Yeah.
you know, we wrote a lot on tour as well.
Now we're writing more on tour, more rock riffs. Somebody come out with a good rock riff, and then we just somebody add some lips to it. After a while, it's a good song.
Do you write the same songs when you got a nice sound and what you hear with the snow?
No, I prefer to work in Europe. I prefer to work in Europe or America. I don't write as good in Bahamas. We have our house there, but we go there for sun, vacation a few weeks, and then we just go back.
It's a little bit dangerous with the reggae influences. Try to
Too
get away
slow.
from those.
That's right, if you were living too much over there, you will be a reggae band tomorrow.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to speak a bit about the tour a bit more. You certainly had opportunities to get a bit more than just from the hotel to the room concert hall. And what were the countries that pleased you the most musically, and maybe you're also a tourist somewhere?
I think Japan was pretty spectacular. We went to see the temple, the Emperor's temple,
Yeah.
and the time capsule and that stuff.
Yeah, we've
sort of
seen
wedding
some-
as well.
Yeah.
Japan is pretty spectacular.
And also Bombay in India.
Bombay was inspiring.
Such a culture shock for us, coming from Sweden. So different
That was great.
experience. And also we've been to Russia. We're going to Budapest. We're going to on this tour. We like to pray wherever we can. You know. We call it a world tour in its right meaning. Some bands just play in Europe and in America they call it a world tour. But we go to Asia, Russia. We haven't been to Australia yet. We would like to go to Australia.
Australia would be nice.
We will, I think, finish by some small jingles for the Super Channel.
Mhm.
Okay. Can you maybe sing something?
I don't know. What do you want?
To do? Whatever you want to say hello to everybody in Super Channel. Maybe one in English.
Hey,
and
she's working for
one-
Super Channel. Maybe she has an idea.
Okay.
Är det något speciellt idag?
Do you have any specific message usually for Super Channel?
Ska ni använda någon sån här jinglar? Ja, ni kör ju den grejen.
Ja, jag tror också det, men se oss på Superchannel eller hålla upp de här nyckelringarna har vi tappat dem. Lägg av.
Ja, det var.
Sådär va.
Do you want to ask what the competition question? The question
What
is,
is the
the
competition?
question is, where was the album, the last album recorded?
Where?
Which city was
Where was
your
it? No,
album
London.
recorded?
We shouldn't say that though.
But don't answer it. Don't answer it.
Sound was on.
That's the question for the competition.
Okay, we can do
So
that.
hi Super Channel watchers.
Okay.
Um,
I'm Joey. We're
Okay.
going to go to Europe and we got a question for you. Super Channel comes in.
Vi tar lite hypat, vi kör bara tills här avslappnat och börjar köra. Okej, well.
Hello,
Hi.
all the viewers of Super Channel.
I'm Key.
And I'm Joey. We're from the group Europe. Yeah. And there's a question for you.
Yeah.
And you can answer. And if you answer it right, you will end up with us one day on the tour.
So, where was the last album recorded? In what city?
Where was Out of This World recorded?
Right.
Good luck.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine. Can you just take I'm Joey and I'm Key in close-up? Start with you, Joey.
I'm Joey.
Okay, yes,
I'm Key.
okay, and then?
And we're from the group Europe.